let's go ahead and identify ourselves and our position.
My name is Greg Leakey, I'm in the Drainage Board.
My name is Bill Wemhoff, I'm Drainage Board member.
Amy Foltz, Drainage Board Surveyor Deputy.
Doug Bowman, Commissioner.
Steve Bailey, Commissioner.
Mike Whirling, Adams County Surveyor.
Okay, with that being said, we had, Amy provided us a copy of the meeting, the minutes from December the 2nd, 2025. You've had a chance to look through those. If there's no additions or corrections, I'll entertain a motion to approve as submitted.
I'll move to accept the minutes as submitted.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Vote that is carried. Reorganization of the board. We need to elect a chairman and a vice chairman. What's staggering the freeholders mean?
I think that has to do with the terms.
The terms.
Okay, okay.
So let's deal with the reorganization first. Make a motion to retain the same officers as last year, which would be Doug as chairman and myself as vice chairman.
Second.
Favor?
Aye.
Okay. Assume the responsibility of chairman and try to lead us through agendas in a timely fashion so that we're not wasting our time nor the individuals that are coming in. Okay, let's move right on to the certification of watersheds. And before we do that, Mike, could you have a lengthy list of watersheds that is off a collection and a lengthy list that is on collection for this coming year? And could you give us just a briefing as to why some are off and why others are on collection?
Yeah, so as we went back through them, and Amy especially, if we have a 4-year collection amount in the current total, certified total, it will go off collection. And there was quite a few of them from the last years that met that and were not taken off. There are ways to keep it on, but I have to have a project going on it, basically.
They're either place, right?
And then we can keep it on a future project.
Okay, so Mike, what you're saying is as we pay our property taxes in May and November, if your system, if one of, what is there, 121, 122 systems in the county?
124.
124. So there's 124 different systems. If your system is off of collection, there will not be on the spring collection an assessment for the system where your farm might be. Okay, is that correct, Mike? No collection.
Since the guys are here, we're gonna talk about the Sherry system. I was just gonna pull up Sherry.
That's who you're interested in their Sherry system?
Yeah, so
Okay.
it's off collection, and it was collecting $1.25 an acre and $20 minimum. So you were probably paying a $20 minimum on that when it was on collection. We have $56,151.53 in that system. And the yearly is, get to the right column, 4,000 a year is what we collected on that when it was on.
So when you receive your property tax this spring, there should not be an assessment fee on
There
that.
should not be.
Okay,
Correct.
so just kind of watch that, okay?
When it comes on, it says additional fees on the bottom of the tax bill, and you turn it over, it'll show what system it is.
And if I'm not mistaken, the assessments for drainage is collected on the spring collection, not the fall.
It'll, in the spring and the fall, both times it'd be half and
Oh,
half.
okay,
Unless it's under a certain amount, then it's just one time.
in the spring,
And there's extra money collected from late payments also on it.
okay.
If they pay late, it's I don't remember what the extra fee is.
Okay, so
Yeah,
Mike,
sure.
let's go ahead and certification of watersheds. Go ahead and lead us through that.
Okay, so systems off collection for 25-26 is listed on the sheet here and goes on the second page of our thing. So you have a number on that one, Amy? You remember what that was?
No, I did not.
We had that all discussed, but I don't know it right now. So everything on your, if you have the sheet of our tally sheet, everything in red will be off collection.
I didn't get that.
Or didn't give to, yeah, you'll get that through the year anyways, so. Yeah. So I believe that would take a motion, right, to do that? I mean,
To certify them, yeah.
to certify the collection, certification of watersheds would be probably the proper way.
And make that, and make it part of the record.
Okay, so we got the list in front of us of those off and those on. And, Mike is asking that, that we certify, that we take some action on, for the record, on this list of offs and on.
Also, I'll hereby move that we accept the certification as presented for the watersheds that are to be collected and the ones that are not to be collected.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion is carried. Just one quick question. Mike, I can remember, in years past, we may only have 4 or 5 that was off collection. Now we've got a list of 2/3.
As we went, Amy's really good and went back through them all and we followed the 4-year rule here.
Look at,
on
okay,
this. Maybe it wasn't always followed
okay,
exactly.
okay.
Some of them
And
should have
this
been
is,
turned off.
Some of them should have been off that weren't listed. Okay, got it.
and my goal should be to get these back off collection, back on collection, use it if we need to do maintenance. I know especially the farmers tell me, why do we have it off collection? Why aren't we?
Yeah, yeah, that's the question you're gonna
Projects.
get.
So
And I need work done. Why is it off?
why is it off? Yeah.
Okay, all right, let's move on to the 4th item on the agenda is the brush spray program.
Yeah, so, Amy sent this out again to how many people, everybody?
There's 6 or 7, I believe.
Everybody that sold chemicals in Adams County and surrounding. And, the 2 we got back again with Lehman Feed Mill and Everett Seed and Chemical. You'll see so Crossbow per gallon, that's the brand name, is $62 on Lehman and $50.50 on Everett's. The generic ones, because this is all off patent, generic at Lehman's is $43.50 and Everett's or Ebert's cannot get generic through their system, what he does. So we'll probably get generic Crossbow from Lehman and patented on Everett's. It's pretty much the same on Tordon generic and let's say they can get generic Tordon, so it's $14. So your question, my question to you guys are, do we want to keep both suppliers or go with the lowest price in one supplier? I think I know it's divided about half and half, isn't it?
Didn't we keep them both last year?
We did. We kept them both and it was the same situation.
And Everett's is up north here,
Yeah,
right?
Everett's in Decatur,
Decatur.
Lehman's is,
Was that the old price place?
pardon me,
Where are they located?
on Patterson Street and 28th Street, so behind where the boats are made.
Yeah, Patterson Street, 28th Street.
Yeah, 28th.
Okay.
Industrial Park over there.
Industrial Park.
Okay.
My question, before we take action, okay, I know Evers can't even get the generic, but what would be the reason, if someone comes to Amy and says, hey, I need a gallon of Crossbow for my ditch. Okay, are you going to give them a choice where they want the generic or whether they want the real?
Basically, it would be, if we keep both, do you want it at Ebert's or Lehman's? And if they choose Lehman's, then it would be for the generic.
Okay, I was gonna say, it's a significant price difference between the Crossbow and the generic. And Greg, you'd probably be aware, I don't think there's much of a difference as far as potency is concerned, is there?
I don't think they're, well, I don't know.
No,
What do
no,
you say?
I think they're the same makeup. Both of them are the same
That's what I
makeup.
So why are we even, why are we even offering them the opportunity to take like Amy said, they come in and you want Lehman, it's gonna be the generic.
Some people wanna drive a Cadillac and some people are content with a whatever Ford makes.
I would say it's
Lincoln.
more for convenience, you know, we have
Yeah.
farmers in the north here and the farmers in the south.
Yeah, well, we don't have, if they go to Eberts, they're gonna get the regular stuff, so
Yeah.
period.
So it's you guys' decision to how we wanna handle this. It comes out of the system funds.
Yeah, well, I agree with Bill on the proximity for users.
Make a motion.
I'll make a motion that we accept the prices for the generic crossbow for layman and the regular crossbow for Herbert. And then along with the Tordon, the generic Tordon for layman and the regular Tordon for
It's
Or-
the same.
same.
Yeah, that's.
Okay. Here, hang on, let me put my glasses back on. I can see that. There we go. Yep.
She's already got it written down. Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion's carried. Okay. Go ahead and explain
So-
what number 5, what you have in
Yeah,
mind.
so number
Mike.
5 is we have this chemical program that's in the system, what we just approved. I have been trialing, aquatic glyphosate for ditches, that you can spray in the ditches. Anybody can spray it. It's not a restricted use. And for cattails. Cattails are a big problem. They're getting worse.
Mhm.
The guys that have done this properly, so it's 2 years ago, I got some, and last year we used it all up. The guys that spray it properly, you know, it's glyphosate, so it has to be controlled where you spray it. We don't want it on the ditch bank because it'll kill the grass. So they have to just spray the cattails on the bottom. And it works. Actually takes about 3 years, we figured out now, to get cattails killed.
Hmm.
Because they are one hardy plant.
Hmm.
And they have their foot in water, so.
So just take 3 applications, 3 annual
Probably
applications.
3 years
Okay.
it takes like that to kill it. The other option is, I'm still working on a maintenance program for our ditches after we do the dip and leveling of them.
Right.
If you have a category 6 pesticide applicators license, they can spray some different chemicals. They're licensed for different chemicals that will kill them pretty much in 1 year, but it still has to be followed up for a year or 2. I think when we do a program for maintenance, we'll have them suppliers, them category 6
Okay.
registered in there to use a stronger one.
But
The guys that have done this have killed the cattail.
I got them, one of my ditches, so.
Yeah.
Wondering how to get rid of those things. So
So
if we approve this, then if someone comes into the drainage office,
Yeah.
they're gonna get the generic, crossbow as well as is this coming gallons? Mike, you caught it?
I only could get it in 2.5s right now. I think when they order more, they'd be able to get a gallon.
Okay.
What I got was 2.5 because Layman's got it for me and it's in their system. And so the difference is between what we spray on our fields, farmer, and this aquatic glyphosate is a surfactant in there. That, they take the surfactant out because that's can harm the water life. So,
Bill's asking the board to consider adding the aquatic chemical as to the,
And there would be no charge to the people who put it
we
on?
would take it out of the system again, and
Okay,
we
alright.
would get they would do it. We're gonna have to be, very careful on how they apply it, so we're gonna have to make up a sheet, and, you know.
If I'm not, if I were a class 6 operator for chemicals, then I could get permission from you guys.
Well, I haven't put it in the system, I'm working that up, we'll get it, so maybe you can do.
Okay.
That's my maintenance program that I'm working on to get that done. I explained it all to Amy the other day, and it's getting lengthier every time I say it.
All right.
So that's separate. This would be for the farmers, the landowners to do it, and very specific that they know what they're doing, you know, how they're gonna handle it.
yeah, you don't wanna kill grass on your ditch bank.
Yeah, you don't wanna kill the ditch bank,
No.
because it will.
Yeah, it will.
And that's the
Yes, it will.
catch. One guy, Rick Fichter, you know, Rick, he sprayed him along 218 there at, let's see, right by 400 West. I think that's Bert Smith, maybe, don't quote me on that one. And he sprayed them right on the highway, or not on the highway, but on the south side there. And he was very successful with that. Get them done.
Okay,
So do we wanna put this on as a trial
Yes,
and,
I think so.
take it to the,
want to make a motion in that respect?
Yeah, I move.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion's carried. So that would be available then this spring?
yeah, they have to get the supply coming in, so that'll be our question right now.
Okay.
I'll double check to make sure that they can get by the gallon, because I don't think we wanna do 2.5 gallons. So that's the next question now.
Okay, let's move on. Henshin Watershed.
So Ted Barger last fall, requested permission to, dip a ditch, the, Henshin Legal Open Drain. And we discussed it, and he paid for this to be done. Because of the cattails in that, basically, and the grasses. So the project cost was $1,875, which he has paid for. And he's asked whether you would consider paying a portion of that. The system has $4,707.24 in it right now. We're collecting $912.72 a year. So it's the $1.25 an acre, $12.50 minimum. He understands that this was all on him to start with, but he would really like a little bit of help with it.
So I have a question for you.
Yep.
Is this one of the systems that we're gonna look at eventually raise?
Yeah, probably. This is kind of a small one.
I know,
It's not so many acres.
This year.
yeah,
I don't have that acreage wrote down.
Oh, for sure.
yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
so if that's the case, I don't have a problem paying at least half of this bill out of the system.
Got a motion, Bill?
Also hereby make a motion to pay half of the 1875 out of the mentioned system.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion's carried. Now, if we pay half of it, would that, would that cause the Henshin to go back on collection?
I'm not sure how close we are. It's been off. I think it was off last year already.
We've already certified for them to be off.
Yeah.
You can't do
yeah,
anything till
no,
next year.
Yeah, that's the question.
Good point, Bill.
It has to be on because.
Well, okay, well,
I was
it is what it is. All right, that's taken care of. The, next item,
Denver Lehrman Watershed, Anderson Tile. Some of you guys maybe remember this for, when I first started here, we discovered a tile that had been plowed through with tile plowing, illegal tile.
Yeah.
And kind of backed up the system a little bit. We replaced some through the woods. I think we've got the picture on there. Yeah, if you go to the next page, we replaced it around that woods where the Anderson's written on. And so it's good from the property line on the north to where we completed it out at the field. You can actually see the line there on the aerial photo. He's wants to finish that, put a new tile in that little section. And let me get back to where I was. Yeah, so we have $6,940.25 in that. The estimate there, what you see is $20,026 and no cents. He's 15-inch dual wall. It's pretty shallow there. That's why we put 15-inch in there when we replaced it around the woods. So the dual wall is probably a good place to get that. hard ground out there. That is some of our beautiful clay soil. So we obviously can't pay the whole works, unless we run it in the hole. So what do you guys feel?
What's the
Sure.
estimated cost is
$26,000. Yeah.
What system is this in?
Didn't matter.
The Denier
it's
Lehrman,
on collection.
Denier Lehrman, and yeah,
It's off fudge too.
It's on.
It's on.
this one stays on. Yeah, this one stays on.
Okay,
We have $6,940 in it, right?
but the estimate of what he wants done is actually $20,000.
Yeah, so we obviously don't wanna pay it all unless we run it into the hole, and I don't think we wanna do
No.
that. Run it into the red. Do you wanna share a little bit of the
I
6,000?
don't think you want to run it all the way down, that's for
No,
sure.
I don't think we'd wanna run it in, so.
Yeah, cause we only collect, well, what we.
$2,666 a year on that. If I'm right.
No,
Did I go the wrong?
how about 4,574?
Okay.
Oh, you're right, 2,660. I need new glasses. There we go.
Sure it's not age, Bill.
No, I'm only 40.
Well, anyhow, I'm always one that, number one, if the money's there, I think farmers expect us to help.
Yeah,
On the other hand, we don't know what might pop up in that system this year. So I'd hate to see it drained all the way down, but
Have you had much activity on it prior to this?
No, just the projects we've done out there.
Okay, let me just
over
throw a
the
number.
years.
Just to start, let's throw a number. I put in, pay them 4,000, there'll still be over 2,000 left.
sounds reasonable. Any
That
other
would give us
discussion?
enough to do maintenance.
Any further ideas before we address that? You're recommending, then you want to make that a motion, Greg?
$4,000 out of the estimate.
I'll second.
Yeah.
Any discussion? None? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion's carried, 4,000, Mike. Okay, the Sherry. That's what you folks are here for, right? Or no, which system are you? Sherry.
Lauren's here for this.
Yeah. Lauren is the landowner there. And now I'm trying to get back on again. I dislike this computer.
I think the feeling's mutual, Mike.
It's locking. I
Is
locked
it
out
locked
again.
out again?
Sorry, well, we have a picture in here.
Okay, well, then we'll stop sharing so we don't show
Yeah.
that you're locked out.
Okay. That's what I was down there for before. So Lauren has, if you look at the picture on your drawing, you can see the shed that was in there a little bit to the south of where my square is. The printer kind of skewed the proposed building there. So they tore that down. It was a pretty much bad building.
It was, yeah, it was very dilapidated, falling down, rolling.
And they would like to build a new one, a new pole structure up there. They obviously don't have enough room to get 75 feet away from that bank there. Where I have it shown and where they have it staked out right now is 44 feet from the top of the bank. You see my red line there, that's top. There's a row of arborvitae along there for a windbreak. That's the trees you see.
Okay.
So they're not a big tree. She also has to work with property lines there because the setbacks, she owns, what you see there is number 13 is the house and number 15 is the lot she owns behind it. So every one of them property lines have to be dealt with for setback for building and planning. So they think right there, and there's a couple easements through there for the sewer, and there's a telephone line running down there, or power line, telephone somewhere there. So they're juggling to put a structure back up there. I don't think this is gonna be a problem for us because everybody, there's a whole row of houses along there. And they all have, there's no made big structures, a lot of utility sheds there, a lot of other stuff, you know, the burn pits and so on. We would do maintenance from the opposite side of the
The other
farmer's
side's
field
open
there.
anyway.
It's open all the way along there, and as
You've
we,
got a row of, even though they're small shrubs, you've got a row of trees
Yeah.
that you would deal with anyway.
yeah, you'd have to deal with it. And it'd be really hard to get down behind all of them houses. Got anything you wanna add to that?
I think you pretty much said it.
Okay.
So your new building will be 44 feet from the,
Yeah.
Top of bank.
Actually, and so 44 feet to the foundation, 43 from the
Overhead.
overhang, unless we, I measured their stakes where they got set there. So we could make it 44 and they just have to adjust their overhang a little bit to keep that off, but it's.
One foot's not gonna make or
No.
break this.
If you want to do, you could say 44 foot to the wall, to the structure, to the foundation. and
Yeah, there
It's
you
gonna be
go.
1 foot less,
That's what you probably do anyway.
1 foot overhang if you want.
any further discussion, questions for Mike or Lauren on, they're here?
You good with it from surveyor standpoint?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. I don't think
You know?
we're ever gonna go down that side as it exists right now.
Cause I know where you're at, and I agree with you, cause going down on the other side is gonna almost be impossible.
There's a lot of-
I'll make the motion to go ahead and accept the 44 feet to the foundation of the building.
Building.
I'll second that.
Go ahead.
Okay, Steve second, any further discussion? Not, all in favor of granting this variance, need a motion, an aye.
Aye.
Motion's carried. Any other, while we're on this, any other questions while you're here?
We will get that to building and planning, so they'll know it. I'll go up and tell them, so.
And just for your information, I don't think we have a plan commission meeting in January, so it may have to wait until a February meeting.
Well,
Unless Mark decides to have one now
approve-
since
yeah,
this.
Or he proves it, if it meets all the setbacks, they can approve it to build.
Yeah,
Yeah, there you go.
yeah, if it meets all the setbacks,
They
there's no
wouldn't-
reason why
they wouldn't
they
need
can't get a permit.
They wouldn't need a variance from the Board of Zoning Appeals or the
Yeah.
plan
Okay,
committee.
okay.
If he can, if they can juggle that in there.
More good
for the
news.
Setback.
So you'll need to contact the building and planning office, which is Mark Quinn.
Yeah.
To get your permit. After, you're gonna submit that today.
I'll tell them now, yeah. I'll tell them when I get up there.
That
So-
should work.
So essentially, you're saying later today, once you speak to them, we could go up there and
Yeah.
possibly get our permit.
Yeah, and if you're here, you could, you can go tell them that and I'll just confirm it when I get up there.
Okay.
If you do want to, since you're in here, I don't,
Yeah.
that'd be more convenient for you.
Yeah.
Tell them that we just approved it, Drainage Board approved it, and Mike will be up to confirm.
They're not going to issue a permit until they have the documentation.
Yeah. And we have the signed variance, we just have to get it recorded. The variance request.
I just need the signatures.
Yeah,
from
you
them
need
and
your
then, yeah, we'll
signatures
get
and
it.
we can record that, so.
Okay, if no other questions or concerns, and the only question might be, sometimes Mark's not in the office, he's out in the field doing his work, so I'm sure that he's going to have to be the official.
Yeah, it has to get through. And it's a record year, 25 is a record year on his building permits.
Right. Right. Okay, so let's move on to Amsis Long.
Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
So this was the one that you guys approved, a variance to the Amstutz Long, in the Amstutz Long system at a Farlow legal range. And your motion was to state that it shall stay a manufacturing building and not a livestock building. So I took that down to, we did the revisions, took it down to him, and he was more than happy to do that. And
Good.
I like this, because his comment was, how does the next owner know that this is gonna be on there?
And there will be a next owner.
Yeah. So,
Won't there, Greg?
Sometimes sooner you think.
yeah, so we're gonna give him, I said, well, when the document gets recorded, I'll give him a copy of that he can keep with his record. He said, I'm gonna give that to the next person. So he's very personable, very nice guy. Part of this building will be for the horses to drive the system, and the other part will be for storage, for just farm machinery and stuff. So that's his intention. So, yeah. I'm still amazed at that line shaft he has running in there with them 4 horses on it. He says they'll walk longer now that when they're in the building before they stop. That's what he does. He does them walk until they stop. And he says they'll probably walk longer now if they're not out in the heat, in the sun.
Good, good deal.
Okay, so the small print is what he's
That's
saying,
what's on
hey,
the
I'll
deed?
pass on to the
Yeah.
next owner. Okay,
Yes, yep, the additional print on the back of the sign, and you need the signatures for that too today, right?
I got those.
Okay.
I think.
okay, so there's no action here. It's just
Yeah.
an update
I wanted
on
to tell you
some
what we did here.
documentation, okay?
Yeah, you see that the following condition has been made, and that's their signature on the variance.
Okay. So we're ready to move on then, right? If there's no further discussion on this, you okay, Bill, Greg, Steve, you all right?
Yep, so.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to number 10 would be the PJ Bryant watershed.
The Gillespie Legal Open Drain, this has been completed. Here's the final invoice. So I'm not, did they get this one seated? They were gonna go out there, and I didn't follow up on that now that I see it. But
I believe they did.
I would say that it was paid already, and I told Amy that I would trust them
Good.
to go through, so that's information. Any questions on that one?
You're basically asking the board to approve the payment to Adam
I
Swine
think
Farms.
It's already been paid.
It's been
right?
paid, I'm
We've
just,
already-
just giving you giving
Okay.
you notice that it was
So you
paid.
know.
Way we can get it into the
Okay, so
minutes.
no signatures needed. We're all good on that one?
It's nice to have that on record,
Right.
that we get. The State Board of Accounts follows up on all these.
That's a good thing. Okay, moving on. There's no more discussion, okay? Good on that?
This is a solid Lugan bill where we went back and forth. We did all that tore down, and, Sam Iker, he had it. The agreement we made was that we were gonna pay for the tore down, and we closed out the project. So that's what this is. That's the bill for us paying for the extra tore down he used. And he paid for the rest of the dipping bill. So again, that's basically just information.
Thank goodness it's on collection.
Yep.
Yes.
Them thorn trees, what he cut, also follow on to the next landowners, so we'll have to work on them too.
All right, that's information only. So what else do we have on Amsterdam?
This one is the Amstutz Long, where we dipped from 850 south from the levee to the Wabash River.
Okay,
And this is the seeding. He got out on that when it was decent to drive on it. And they seeded it. It's $375 was the seeding. That was in the bids, and he hadn't paid it. We hadn't paid that because the seeding wasn't done. So he got it done. So
what contractor was that again?
Tri-County
Tri-County.
Excavating, Kevin
Okay.
Linnemeyer. So, yeah, I didn't think they'd get back on there because that was all your great luck down there. And but they got,
Did it sprout?
well, it's gonna be green next spring.
Okay, maybe weeds.
You'd be surprised. I did that once and I thought that's waste. That's a waste. My God, the next spring it came up.
Yeah. Good
There's a-
deal. Okay, so information only on that. Any questions on the seeding of the Amsterdam Long from 850 south to the river?
Nope.
Okay, moving to the number 13, the new contract for tile repair.
Yep, so our legal services has worked up a agreement between contractors and the Adams County Drainage Board, and, that's the fillable, form there. I don't think, you got any comments on that one, Mark, or,
No, you just send it out and you can, if, you get proposals from several to provide those services, then on a case by case basis, you have them sign a contract.
yeah.
And then you select them on a case by case basis, do a rotating selection or however you wanna do it.
And then,
'Cause it falls under your, the county's purchase policy, it's under as long as it's under the threshold, and I think it's, 25,000. Did I send that
Yeah.
to you?
I think it's listed in here,
Did I put it right in
20,000.
there?
We need to make that a matter of record, Mark, that we're approving this,
Yeah, you can approve it, you can approve the form, but
and also approve the invoice,
yeah, the
what we're
form,
paying is follow the thing there.
yeah, the form follows the statute. It follows the purchasing statutes.
So that follows your county policy.
Yep.
For full disclosure, we had Backroads Excavating fixed, repaired some tile last Friday. Thursday. It was New Year's Eve, so it was Thursday. They went out and they repaired some, so they got started on tile repair. That was the first job they had. They had time and they wanted to figure out the lay of the land here. So we don't have an invoice or anything on that yet. I haven't got anything back. We have a form set out for them they'll pick up tile. We got a form, sheet out there to fill out what they pick up, and then they will put that on the repair order, how much they use on each one, so we can bill out the tile, and then we'll bill out the labor also on it, so. I think it works pretty good. Them guys are excited. They're happy to be getting work through the winter.
Now, who are we talking about?
Backroads Excavating. So it's Marty Martin and Don Bergdahl.
Yeah.
Okay,
And they are,
Okay,
And they both know what to do.
Yeah.
This isn't the
But,
first
but
day.
the agreement we're looking at is a generic agreement.
Right,
could be
right.
By any contractor.
Right.
Yeah.
Right,
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 So,
right.
so I would make a motion to approve the generic agreement for contractor services as proposed and drafted by our attorney.
second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried.
good, thank you.
So this will basically be used for any contractor on any project throughout the year.
Well, so should we get that also for our different levels and that? Should we, because we don't really have a contract we followed up with them.
We've had one
We
before,
had
but
one.
this is a master contract for projects, the individual projects, the cost of which would be less than $20,000.
Okay,
So that you've got a master contract that those contractors have signed, and it could be several. And, on a case by case, a rotating basis, you can call them up and say, hey, would you like to get us a bid on this to do it? And you can get one bid. You don't have to get more than one as long as they've signed a master contract. And then you can award it. Okay, now, if the project's gonna be more than $20,000, then that's a different process. Now you've got to solicit three quotes, or I've got to follow the county process. And then that could be a different individual contract just for that project. And I can get you a form for that.
Yeah,
I
it
know
might be
we've
good-
had one
might
in
be
the
good to
past.
do that
So
It'd
this
be a
is-
good idea to revisit it.
This is a sign one contract
Yeah,
for the year
that covers
and then,
multiple.
and do
work
multiple work orders
Yep.
under that contract.
orders. Right, provided that the amount of each order
Each
is
order is
less
under
than
20,000.
Yes.
most of our tile repairs are what, $100, $150, depending on the,
Yeah.
the.
Good deal.
I would imagine most of them are gonna be substantially less than 20,000.
Well, I think that's a great approach to keep these tiles in good repair and, cause you don't have the resources to do that. We have it in the county, we might as well use them.
Okay, I agree with you 100% too, Mike. Barring weather conditions, do as much work as you can.
Yeah.
Even if your crew is behind, I would even be willing to hire an additional crew to get out there and.
Yes.
I think that, we have another crew that is still working
Okay.
one of the tile ditching and drainage contractors, they're still working this winter because they haven't quit yet. But once they quit, they would like to do it also. So, I
Okay.
think it's gonna work out all right.
Good. Is there any other items that need to be brought up for discussion before we ask for a motion to adjourn?
Are we gonna pay this bill?
No.
Is that what?
Yeah, there's
is
on the
that
last page, there is a bill that we probably should make a motion on to pay. I'll make the motion to pay his bill.
Well,
I'll second.
Yeah, it needs to be paid tomorrow.
Whatever. Appreciate it.
Good for it.
Thank you, because that gets it on our minutes again.
As long as he doesn't retire on us. Okay.
Right,
Were you gonna inform the board about the stipend being approved?
okay.
Okay, let's first, Bill made a motion
Need a vote?
to pay this bill for $280. Second,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried. Okay, go ahead, Mike. on
Okay,
payments.
so, all the boards in the county, I know the commissioners have dealt with this, and you can fill me in a lot better than I'm explaining. To the stipend they're paid, we're all over the board, right? There was some $20 and some $100, just saying. So what did you guys do, like the commissioners?
We, commissioners and council agreed to set a minimum board per diem of $50. So you guys get a pay raise.
Good.
Don't spend it all in one place.
Okay.
So this will lead us though, because of our budget that we submitted last August,
Right.
we may be additional appropriations, or if we can rearrange at the end of the year.
Okay,
We'll
well,
do it.
And council's aware of that and they've agreed to it.
that's effective on this meeting today.
Yep.
Good.
Good.
I think you probably, before you adjourn, you guys didn't adjourn yet, did you?
No.
Before you adjourn here, we have traditionally, well, I think prior to last year, the drainage board has always been the three commissioners. Now you've got 5-member board. I think you probably have a motion to appoint Amy Foltz as your drainage board secretary, because I think it's the drainage board that has that authority or should make that appointment. So if you have a motion to do that, let's get that in the record. And
We
then,
did that in December.
did you guys already do
Yeah,
that?
we did that in
Okay,
December.
well, I'll get a form, have them sign the appointment form, and you can sign it. And then, so if you guys already made that motion, then
Well,
we're good.
I'm
but
just
you want me to
wondering, we're
sign?
making appointments today in the commissioners meeting. I wonder if her form's in that group.
I've got it right here. I'm looking at it.
Okay.
So I'll update the form and we can get it signed. You've already got it on, if that was already in the December minutes, then we're good. So,
And Angie's really good, Angie Bright from the auditor's office of getting them signed, so.
yeah. Yeah, we got a whole list of between Angie and Brooks.
I want to make sure it's on the.
Or was it in November? I knew we-
Okay.
Well, let's see. Yeah, right, so in the December 2nd meeting, which you guys approved drainage board deputy, surveyor's recommendation to reappoint for the 2026 drainage board deputy.
Okay, what month was that?
The one you just approved, that we have December
December
2nd.
2nd.
Okay, so that's good. So Mark, you gotta need to get that form to us and.
Yep.
Okay, any other items that need to be discussed before we
One other
adjourn?
thing.
No,
Are we ever gonna discuss on, anything with like legal tiles, if they're brushing that over the top of them, and if the landowner takes the trees and that down, are we gonna be able to provide cordon or brush killer to keep the brush
No.
from coming back on top of a county legal tile?
So they have that, but we have it just for the open drain.
Just for the open drains, that's right.
Yeah,
We don't have anything for county tiles.
we don't, no, you're right.
well,
And-
that needs to be done.
You know, I-
Otherwise it'll grow back within
Yeah.
5 years
Mhm.
or less. So, what kind of action do we need to take on that, Mark?
We probably just put in writing. Do we have is the brush spray program in writing?
Well, that's a good question. That happened to be way before me.
I'd say let's just put it in writing.
So update that program and add the legal file to it and then
Yeah. And
bring
then
it
have
back to the next meeting and we'll
Yeah.
approve that updated.
Yeah, and then we can do it in the form of a resolution. The board could adopt a resolution approving, county's drainage board brush spray program for 2020, 6 and ongoing until further
Good.
modified by the board. And then we can set it
Go
out.
ahead and add the aquatic.
Yeah,
license
but
to
that's
that
just what
also.
I was getting to,
Good.
because there could be places with a legal tile that has brush grown up on it, and that glyphosate would work on that.
Yeah, it will work on that.
And then once it's dead, then the grasses can be put back on.
If you wanna send send an email to Brooke and I about that, and then, and if you want, maybe you could draft something that kind of sets out the basics of what you think the program should be and the parameters of what it should say. And then we can put it into a resolution format and so that it can be adopted.
It wouldn't hurt to put on there, we put 1 gallon of 2,4-D for a mile of ditch or a half mile both sides. Putting that in there would put it on record.
Yeah, you could put a table in there and say, here's what's approved to be applied in the quantities not to exceed and distances and whatever.
I think that'd be good.
So
You
you
get
can,
it back on record.
yeah, you can be as specific as you want and then we just adopt it as a resolution. And then anytime anybody has any questions about it, give them a copy.
Let's
Got copies, you can put it on the website, you can, whatever.
let's write that up and we'll get it to you guys.
Yep.
And make sure that fits. I like that.
Any other items before we adjourn? Motion to adjourn?
Anything from Highway Department? Got anything you want to add for us today? Okay.
Good New Year.
Okay. They tend to bother me all the time, so,
That's a good thing.
but it's mutual though.
Okay, nothing else? Motion to adjourn.
So move.
No. Greg, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
We're done.